Another reason why I think white flour and white sugar foods should be in its own group is because of the specific effect it has on your body. Not only does sugar make you sick, like I mentioned, but also sugar and white flour has a pH level that is acidic. So the human's natural pH level rests at about 7, which is neutral. That's coincidentally also the pH level of water, which is why water consumption is so important, because if you do have an acidic environment in your body, by drinking that gallon of water, or at least a half gallon, the water is going to naturally bring your pH level back up to a 7, which is where it needs to be healthy and to feel good. So if you never drink any water and you don't eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, you probably have an acidic environment. The problem with an acidic environment is that that is breeding grounds for cancer and for all other kinds of diseases. They can really grow in an acidic environment. The opposite of acidic is alkaline. Alkaline is anything 7 or above on the pH level, on the pH scale. And the more alkaline your body is, the better you feel. You feel so much different when your body is in an alkaline state. You feel light, you feel healthy. It's really hard to describe the feeling, actually. It just feels so good. It feels like you are really, really healthy and there's nothing wrong going on. That's the best way I can describe it. A lot of people don't feel this, though, because they are eating foods that turn acidic in their body. Now, really quick, just to mention, a food turns alkaline in your body or acidic in your body once it gets into your body. So a lemon may seem like it would be acidic because it's citrus, but once it actually gets into your body, it turns alkaline because of the way that the body digests it and just the effect it has in the body. That's why you want to pay attention to how a food reacts in your body, not necessarily how many calories a food has. You want to not count calories, but you want to just look at a food and say, can my body use this? And how would this react in my body? So, fruits and vegetables, especially if they're raw, like I mentioned with the whole creation of white blood cells, but fruits and vegetables are especially good because they are the only foods that turn alkaline in your body. I'm not going to say the only foods, but they're the majority of foods. Pretty much any food that's not a fruit or vegetable, a raw fruit or vegetable, will turn acidic in your body. So that's all your breads, that's all your animal meats. Even nuts turn acidic, but nuts are so good for you that you still want to eat them. Drinks, anything with sugar in it, which is why you just want plain water, because anything with sugar turns acidic. So coffee, all of those things turn acidic in your body. Water is alkaline. So that's why you want just plain water. So a lot of people think, well, I get enough liquid because I drink a lot of pop or a lot of juice or a lot of tea. That's not liquid exactly because it is often mixed with sugar and chemicals, and sugar again turns acidic in the body. You need something with a pH level that is either neutral or alkaline, and water is the only one that is just pure 7 on the pH scale and is what your body needs pH level wise. The key to remember, though, is that the fruit and vegetable has to be raw to turn alkaline in your body. Anything cooked also turns acidic. So with this, you can see why our disease rate, why the number one disease in America is heart disease, and why cancer is such a big thing, because most people have an acidic environment, are functioning with an acidic environment. Not very many people eat a lot of raw fruits and vegetables and drink a lot of plain water. It sounds like such a boring way to live, but you just have to realize 80% of the time you want to eat healthy food. You don't have to eat all raw fruits and vegetables and only drink water. You just have to eat at least some every day. And 80% of your day can consist of other kinds of healthy food that don't necessarily have to be raw. If you can eat raw, that is going to just make you feel so great and just prevent all kinds of diseases. But if you eat cooked vegetables, that is way better than only eating white flour or white sugar groups. So You don't have to eat raw all the time, but you do want to make sure you eat some raw food every day, some raw fruits or vegetables. And like I said, juicing is a great way to get stuff into your body quickly so you don't have to worry about it the rest of the day and you can go on to eat other kinds of foods. I'm going to say one more thing about eating fruits and vegetables versus foods made with a lot of white sugar, white flour. There's a reason why it's so easy to overeat when you eat junk food versus when you eat fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables have natural sugar, and so it doesn't go straight into your bloodstream and make you feel a ton of energy at once. There's also a ton of nutrients in fruits and vegetables, so when the body recognizes that it's gotten the nutrient that it needs, it will make you stop eating that food. You'll get sick of it. For example, if you really need vitamin C and maybe you're craving oranges or something, after you eat so many oranges, you're going to get sick of eating those oranges, not because you're sick of the taste or the flavor or anything. It's specifically because your body has gotten enough vitamin C, so it forces you to stop. It forces you to become sick of that food because it's gotten enough vitamin C, and now later it will need you to eat other foods so it can get other nutrients. But with food that is made with a lot of white flour or white sugar, like pancakes, for example, your body doesn't recognize when it is full of getting a certain nutrient because it didn't ask for any nutrients in that to begin with. Because white flour and white sugar, again, have no nutrients for your body. So your body puts up a huge stop sign when it's gotten the nutrient it needs. But if you're eating a food that doesn't have any nutrients it needs in the first place, it's not going to put up that stop sign because it doesn't have any nutrients in that food that it would need for you to stop eating. So it's really easy to overeat on foods that are junk food because there's no nutrients. And so your body isn't going to necessarily say stop eating because I've gotten the nutrient, if that makes sense. If you are going to eat foods with white flour or white sugar, or anything that is really, really starchy or that doesn't have a lot of nutrients, you want to do it in the morning if you can, which is good because there's a lot of breakfast foods that are like that, like pancakes and waffles and bagels and things like that. And the reason is because if you eat them in the morning, your body has a chance during the day to burn off those calories because you'll be moving around, and your body burns off quite a surprising amount of calories by just moving around and just breathing and just existing. So your body has a greater chance of burning off those calories, whereas if you ate those kinds of food at night, you're going to be going to bed, you're not going to be moving, and your body isn't going to be able to burn off any calories. And it does burn off some calories while it digests food, but not nearly enough to keep it from going into fat. So if you eat a lot of white flour or white sugar foods in the evening or later in the night before you go to bed, it's going to go to fat and go to storage. And you're not going to want to eat a big breakfast. And so you get in this vicious cycle of just eating a lot at night, not eating anything in the morning when your body needs fuel the most. And it is not a good way to lose weight because if you eat in the morning, especially if you want to eat white flour or white sugar foods, eat them in the morning. You have the rest of the day to burn off the calories, and then at night you can go to sleep and not have to worry about anything just going straight to storage or fat because it can't use it.